Want to turn your passion for drawing into a full-time career? Discover our courses at Brushcamp where you become a master in the realm of digital painting. Brushcamp offers tons of similar courses in illustration, 2D, 3D design. Level up your creativity with free knowledge and courses. Visit brushcamp.com today and explore endless possibilities.
Welcome to the summary exercise of the sketching course. I am very happy to accompany you until now. If you have completed the exercise, you have finished half the sketching course. This is a general exercise to help you understand and practice the knowledge learned from Lesson 1 to Lesson 5. We will do a general exercise. You can read the exercise on the screen. Please read the topic. The problem is to draw one miniature 2-point perspective. It includes the main subject, extra subjects, and some decorative objects. The main subject is the tree stumps. The secondary subject is small bushes or mushrooms, and decorations. The level of detail will decrease from the main subject to the decoration. This problem is similar to the exercises of the previous session. Drawing stumps, leaves, mushrooms. And now we will practice pounding all three into a small landscape so that it has a clear layout. I will guide you how to do this synthetic homework. I start drawing. I divide the layout into two parts. We will have two types of tree stump. The first is the horizontal tree like this. The structure like this. I will note the homework on a separate file. You can read it above. The second is the vertical tree stump. I will draw both and combine objects. Lower opacity. First we will sketch. We review knowledge. This time we will not draw absolutely horizontally. It has a horizon like this. You can choose an object located above or below the horizon. I will create the horizon first. I choose to point. The object is in the middle. I have two straight lines like this. We have a plane like this. This is the same. If we are under the horizon, we will have a tree stump like this. We will see the top of the tree stump. Our task is to draw the tree stump from a 2-point perspective. If the tree stump is upright, we will draw this way. I will use red. It is simple. The structure of the vertical tree stump is a rectangular box. You draw it high. This point will also connect with two gathering spots. This is the same. You can use pen tools to connect more standard. We have a vertical box like this. And you can draw like this. I hope you understand. We will see the top of the tree stump. When we look at the picture, we will determine the upper and lower surface. It is difficult to draw a tree stump in the middle of the horizon. When drawing from a lower perspective, the tree trunk will look like this. This view will be a little harder than the top view. That is less information to draw. But a tree stump below the horizon line will be like this. You will draw all of its lower surface. You should draw under the horizon. Draw both stumps at the bottom of the horizon. Now we will build exercises in a methodical way, step by step. I will do it again from the beginning, to lead all the layers. I paint the horizon with blue. according to the knowledge we have learned. To point will lie on the horizon. I put to point here. And the object will be here. I put it in the middle. We connect it together. I will draw a horizontal tree stump. I quite like horizontal tree stump. There are many artists draw stump. I identify this long wooden tree stump. And the wood has a height like this. I am using pen tool. We will draw the box. It is very simple. We have one box. After identifying the main object, I will change other colors. I choose green. Increase brush size. I am drawing on the 4K frame. It is quite big. I connect the points to create this box. It looks a little bit down. I will fix it. Connect these two points. Deletion. Our main object is this blue box. It is a horizontal tree. And the extra objects will cling to this structure. We will draw a few more lines. Late we draw without drawing the structure from the beginning. Draw a straight line like this. I am expanding the area to be easy to draw. We have a grid system like this. Reduce opacity. Turn off the orange lines. We have two blocks in the perspective of two point. And now I will draw a tree. I will start. You can take a look at the sample. Now I will sketch fast. This is the drawing process. I will draw it naturally. This is a round shape. This is a round shape. There are cracks in this place. There are cracks in this place. The word it has no intestines like the tree we drew in lesson 5. The tree will gradually get smaller. And there are many cracks. There is a big crack here. Like this. It will end here. Remember to draw curves like this, it will create a spherical. And when we look at it, we understand that this tree is spherical. Although all the trees are like that, if you do not draw, it will look very period, and that is one of the errors to avoid. You just have all your ideas, then sketch again 2, 3, 4 times again. You just draw all what you want to come here. When reading the topic, you determine what the main subject is. Draw the main subject first. Like this. According to the topic, the secondary subject is a bush. You can place the bush anywhere. 1. Choose another color. Create another layer. I will put the bush here. The bush will be like this. You can draw through the tree. One. Draw branches. You guys have learned this day. You can draw an existing bushes. And this tree is to draw according to my idea. This is just a demo. After drawing the branches, I will draw leaves. We can see the back of this leaf. Draw comfortably. Create shape for the previous tree. Do not care about this idea is okay, you just try drawing first. You try drawing first to see if it is reasonable or not. When we feel okay, we take the next step, otherwise we delete and draw. The more you draw again, the more proficient you are. Trunk like this. If I have time, I will draw one more bush here. This bush is simpler. This clip I am drawing directly, not fast fringed. Your work process will be like what I am saying. It will be like this. Draw a little more leaves below. For this place to be less empty, add a few stones. And draw more on the tree, a little moss. Moss clinging to the tree like this. This is the same. You use the color to clarify each idea while drawing like this. It will be easier to work. Add some grass here. This is just a quick sketch. You just do it slowly. Add some grass here. Now I will draw decorative objects. It is the surrounding animal. Let me think. It will be a bit difficult if you draw a squirrel. You should draw some small insects, like beetles. It is crawling on the tree. Draw a few insects. Butterfly. You can draw stylized butterflies. Because this is only an illustration, not a real description. I will draw a few insects like this. Draw a butterfly here. And here. What else? I am thinking what to draw more. A frog. The frog is a bit difficult to draw. I am not proficient in how to draw frogs. but it may be like this. A small frog here. We will have a small landscape like this. It looks quite complete. Now we will draw it in detail. This time I will not use this sketch brush anymore. I will use one hard brush. I combine the layers into one group. Reduce opacity. During the drawing process, you still keep the straight lines of the perspective. I will start drawing. I choose brown line. It looks more artistic. We already have the sketch. Please do one step by step. You can remove a few details in the picture. These leaves will cover the trees of the tree. I paint like this. This is grass. Where there is grass, it will cover the trunk of the tree. This place has one crack. I will leave this place to show the crack. I'm drawing a bit fast. When you draw, you can draw slowly. Draw a stone with a natural shape. Add a little curve to describe that the stone has angles. Draw one more big stone here. While drawing, you can add some other small details. I will draw a door. This door must also be in harmony with the perspective. This is the ground. Next is this place. There is a baby frog. I draw this frog according to my memory. You can research more to draw the frog more accurately. I'm just doing sample homework. This place is connected together. There is a gap here. You can reduce the brush size. The brush I am using is a slightly large size. There is one gap here. I will reduce the brush size to draw moss. Size number 6. Help your features thinner. Create the feeling of mossy layer that is covering the tree. Add a few details like this. Back to the original brush size. I just demo. These stumps obscure the bushes on the back. You keep drawing all the trees. Then pass the next step. Let your hands comfortable to draw naturally. Draw the thickness of the tree. Draw a line like this. You should draw moss first because they press on the tree. Remember to shrink the brush size to draw. And draw like this. Draw it clinging to the tree. It will look more beautiful. Like this. Add a little motifs of moss. You can add flowers here. I like chrysanthemum. A small flower like this. Do not allocate it too evenly. It looks more natural. Do not try to distribute the flowers evenly, because it doesn't look natural. I finished drawing the shape of the tree. These are the basic features outside. Now I will draw some small details with the brush size 5. Just then, it will make your paintings look cleaner. The frog. I don't know if it looks weird or not. You can research more and draw other animals. I draw this frog according to my memory. I find it a bit weird. This leg has to look back. Its butt is slightly crushed. A frog inside the tree stump. Draw its thickness. If you are wrong, you can remove and draw again. There is a beetle here. And here. The more detailed the sketch is, the easier it will be when drawing. Draw the patterns of the tree stump. Draw a little more moss here. The less you use the line to describe the quality, the cleaner your picture. Now I will draw an extra object. You should draw an extra object in a new layer. I draw a few more details. I create a new layer to prevent when drawing an extra object with faulty, without affects the main object. I use blue to look different a little. You can reduce the opacity of the main object to focus on drawing an extra object. We draw by sketch. You draw slowly. This is not much knowledge, and you have to draw it slowly so that it correct. Like this. You can draw full trees then delete some details. In this case, I don't draw full trees. You can draw any tree you want. As long as it looks beautiful. You can redraw the tree you have learned in the previous lesson. Don't use pre-made painting. Do not pair the trees you have drawn here. It is fraudulent acts. You will not have more knowledge if you do that. Draw comfortably. You should do homework in a free afternoon. You can draw it at a cafe shop with iPad. Or a rainy day. The leaves here are on top of the tree. Here too. This tree looks like cartoon. You can find another bush. This bush is behind the tree stump, so there will be no leaves on the tree. Remember to notice the object lying first, and the object is located. To draw correctly, we have one bush. There is no leaf covering the tree. Now I will draw some butterflies. Draw a butterfly flying over the bush. I don't notice how, but butterflies are like. I am drawing my memory. It looks funny. And the butterfly here. You can choose any animal. This exercise does not force you to draw anything. You can draw whatever you want. We have a fast version like this. You can reduce opacity and draw one more time if you want. It's up to you. The more you draw, the more beautiful your picture will be. I forgot to draw this part. Any object in this grid system must follow. That is, we can see the upper face of that object. Because this is a two-point perspective, and they are located under the horizon. Add some details so that it is like the land. I have completed drawing lines of this summary exercise. I'll introduce you a tool. Clipping mask. You choose a layer that you want to delete a few details there. Click this button. It will display a panel on the right-hand side. This is the mask box. When you choose black, click on this box and delete. The details in this box will disappear. If you choose white, those details will appear again. I will choose black to delete a few details. I color normally. The purpose of using this tool is to retrieve the portion that has been erased without having to redraw it. When choosing white and drawing, the deleted details reappear. Remember to click on the right cell. If you don't click here, you just color normally. Remember to click on the right cell. Remember that when colored white to make the details appear. Black color to delete details. I delete the details here. Like this. Because the leaves cover a part of the tree stump. I locked this to layer. Merge them in one group. Ctrl+J. To merge two layers in one group. Turn off the unrelated layers. Ctrl+C to merge two layers. Two more advanced step. In the mid-course, I will guide you to advanced steps if you want. You can learn more in the next step that I'm going to talk. And this is the basic requirement of the middle exercise. You just need to complete this step. I will guide you to advance after you merge two layers. We also have a separate group layer like this, so when editing, we turn it off and draw on a new layer. We check to see if the lines have been connected together. To use the Magic Wand tool. Magic Wand is the tool I guided you in the previous session. Create a new layer and pull it under the line layer. Name it black and white. And name the main layer lines. Create a new layer and pull it under the line layer. Press W. Or choose Magic Wand tool. Choose on the outside of the line. And check if the lines are connected together. This is not connected together. I will fix it later. Here. Check to see if there are any more errors. We only have one mistake here. And I'll join the gaps. If you have ever used the Windows Paint software, you will realize that the Magic Wand tool is quite similar to the Paint Applications coloring tool, similar to the Paint Bucket tool. If there is an opening in a line, the color will spill out. As for the Magic Wand tool, we have to select the area you want to color first. I will use it after checking the errors of this picture, the loopholes of picture. There is also a gap here. I change the selection. Ctrl+Shift+I. Choose layer black and white. Fill in any color. I colored this picture. Now I color it black and white. I only paint in white and black. Lock layers black and white, so that it won't smudge when we color it. I choose a darker color. Fill in this section. And here. You guys can make it rougher like this. I choose the light source to shine from the top. It's pretty simple. Describe the material for moss in dark colors. As we have analyzed, this inner part will be dark due to not receiving light. But you shouldn't color to dark, because it won't look good. I will paint like this. You can use Magic Wand to color the inside quickly. And remember to connect the gaps together. Choose Select All Layers. Click the part you want to color. Same goes for the inside. And here is the dark color. I choose this color. If you find this dark fill doesn't look good, you can use the gradient tool. You will learn about this tool in detail in the coloring course. Now I only give a brief introduction to it. Magic Wand has one disadvantage, that it only paints outside the lines. When you're done painting, you'll see the affected lines. You select all the lines in the area you want to color. Then choose Select. Choose Modify, then choose Expand. This tool helps you to adjust the selection. Choose Expand by 2 pixels. The lines will not be affected when you color. It doesn't make the lines blurry. That's how to handle it. And if you want the color of the inner part to be more beautiful, you can use the gradient tool. Look at this. You use the G key to manipulate this tool. Look at this. This is the default style of the gradient tool. You choose first color. And second color. For example, you want this color to darken. Choose the color in the selection. Choose second color as the darker color. Then press G. You pick one end and drag like this. It will range from first color to second color. In this case, the color range will go from light to dark. The deeper you go, the darker it gets. If you are afraid that the color is too dark, you can choose a lighter color. Choose a brighter first color, and second color too. Like this. You can press X to swap first color and second color. I will choose a slightly darker color. The stump will look more attractive. This part too. Choose Select, Modify, Expand. You will see that this corner of the tree has depth. I will show you how to use the gradient tool more thoroughly in the next course. It will be in the advanced drawing course. There is still a space here. We all understand that this bottom is the dark part. But I won't use the gradient tool. I will paint in this part. It's getting dark. I locked the layers so the color won't bleed out. We paint freely like this. I forgot this hole. No problem, I'll repaint it. The old way. Press Alt to draw the color, then fill it in a patchy way. You will see 3 layers of shadows. The top layer is highlight. Suck color here to fill in the dark areas. This is the inside of the stump. So are these rocks. They receive light at the top, and the lower they go, the darker they become. It's simple to color. I choose a darker color. I'm coloring a black and white picture. So is this frog. Can you make it a little brighter? Color its skin brighter. I don't care too much about color. Please paint so that you feel the best. The most important thing of this lesson is drawing lines. But so is this leaf. I think all lines should have the same color. Lock it. Press Alt plus Delete. The lines of the leaves will have the same color. I will color it darker. This card receives light from above, so the bottom will be dark. This is an advanced step. You can learn more to improve your knowledge about light and shadow. Otherwise, the exercise you have completed after completing the sketch. This theory is relativistic. You will learn more about it in the next class. In this course, I only give a brief introduction. I'm drawing in the direction of the 12 noon sun. This ladybug also receives light. The part that doesn't receive light is darker. So is this flower. This flower has shadow too. If you draw in detail, your picture will be more beautiful. Draw slowly. Thicken the cut at the base of the tree. You don't have to paint too evenly, because it will look more natural. I will paint these parts later. I will paint this tree. When you choose select all layers, you don't need to select each layer anymore, just choose the area of your choice. Click on the area you want to color. Choose Select, Modify, Expand. Choose a darker color. This bush is darker than the stump. Choose a lighter color. Paint above. I'm just coloring for decorative purposes. No need to pay attention to light, color. I'm coloring in a basic way. I color it to look as good as possible. I actually need to add more layers, but that's fine. You can highlight the beetle by making it brighter. I'm about to finish the picture. I need to add a small area of light. It's that simple. It's just a few small details, but will make your picture more vivid. You can create new layer. Press and hold Alt, then click like that when you color it. It won't smudge out. Example: it is clipping mask tool. You can cancel the clipping mask tool by pressing and holding Alt. Then click on layer. I will use this layer. You can name it highlight. I will highlight the picture. Choose the lightest color. Reduce brush's size. This is the part that receives the light of the sun. Add it gently. It creates iridescence. For the picture, the steps are all very simple. Our picture will be so beautiful if we do the right procedure. Add highlight to the stone. I will draw the ground. Highlight only appears in areas where the light shines on. You don't need to add highlights in the darker parts. I will draw the ground. Create a bottom layer. It's at the bottom. Choose a soft brush. Choose hardness about 70 to 80%. Choose a color for the land. Remember to use only white and black, like that. Paint it like this. Put it in the right place. You can choose a slightly lighter background color. Press to lock layer. 𝗍𝗓𝗀𝗋𝗄 for making it lighter. Create a shadow for the stump. Choose a darker color. Draw a shadow for the tree stump. Like this. The stone too. You can make it more lively like this. It looks more alive. This is an advanced exercise. It's harder. I see an error here. Choose upper layer. Color the grass. This is what we need. You can add a little highlight at the top of the tree. This is the part that gets the most light. This is an advanced step of mid-course exercises. You can do this step if you want, or just need to complete this step. Or you can do more advanced steps. It will be more beautiful. Then you can post your artwork anywhere. It's up to you. I will talk again about the final exercise. It has 3 parts. Main subject, tree stump. Sub-subject, bushes. You can draw 1 to 2 bushes. And the third, decorations. You don't need to add too many decorations. This is an exercise that summarizes the knowledge you learned in the previous lesson. I hope that your work will be like this, which means you have already done half of the sketching course. It will be easier for you to draw better in the next post. If you haven't done this step yet, don't worry. You continue to study until the end of the course. Then your level will be improved. It's normal. Hope you will complete the mid-course exercise as well as apply the knowledge that I said. You can draw a horizontal tree stump or a vertical tree stump, and draw some more decorations. Your painting will be more pretty. This is an example exercise. Good luck. Thank you.
Please like and subscribe to our channel.